Now you got to learn how to tame that duck hook down. And here's how you do it. By leading with your left arm. So with this 5-iron, if I hold the club light and I lead it through, all the way through and around, can hit the ball. If I push it, the way most of the people do out here on Maniac Hill, guess what I can do? I can top it. Every time. Every time. I learned how to do that when I was 8 years old. Took me the next 54 years to learn how to do it the other way. But the physics of it are undeniable. You have to lead it. So, when I look at Wendy's swing, I see, okay, where are we losing our angle into the ball? Because it's ruining her ability to hit the ball far, solid, and in the right direction. Now, how can I get into her melon and give her the thought that gets her to where she needs to be? And it's very hard, because most of us, when we learn from somebody who had absolutely no knowledge of what they were telling you. Whether it was the dentist, the lawyer, the plumber, and in my case, my minister who lived across the street. Had no knowledge, but he's trying to give me a golf lesson when I was 10 years old, and I was beating him by 10 shots to 9. It's like, Reverend Bauer, I don't think you're ever going to get to the promised land going the way you're going. You need to be thinking about this. But you see, we're so conditioned with these cliches about a golf swing, where I peeked. I looked up. My arms got to be straight. You know, and they're absolutely not true. They're not true. But you know, those are the funny things about golf. You know, and I don't mean to pick on anybody,
we know that.
But you're great examples. Because you're a microcosm of everybody. They all got the same, I had them. My dad's 91 and he still got them. He still thinks I've been telling you and your brother what to do all your life. The fact that you're golf pros is changing nothing. You know what? Okay, that's stubborn New Englander. Connecticut, there you go. The best thought that I could give you, and it isn't just to make you look good, although it does, is to finish your swing for a count of 2. Now, the swing can be over by the chipping green. It can be a swing that goes from here to here. It can be a putt that goes from here to here. Hold it for a count of 2. Holding it for a count of 2 does something unbelievable. And here it is. Your opposing muscles, which I just talked to you about. One muscle wants to go through, in the lead arm wanting to go this way. The other muscle wants to pull back. When you hold your swing, 1, 2, it lessens the thought process in your brain to pull back the other way. How many times you see somebody hit a putt? They're pulling back. Why? Because that other muscle does not want to let go. It's tightening the same as the lead muscle was. When you swing a golf club and you go all the way through and around and you can hold it, 1, 2, you stimulate those particular muscles that need to hold your balance and your thought process of getting all the way to the end. Because look at yourselves when you hit a ball. All of these things. Did you finish your swing? Well, no. I said, Bill, I want you to finish your swing on this next shot. That's the only thing. And you get up there. Oh, I forgot. You didn't forget. You couldn't do it because you weren't focused on that particular thing. Now, I'll give you another little thing that I learned in a PGA seminar long time ago. And that little thing that I learned is it takes 21 straight days to change a habit. 21 straight days. And the example that was used in the seminar was, if you put your pants on with your left leg going in first, for 21 straight days, I want you to do it with your right foot going in first. And I can tell you this, the first 10 days, and I tried it, will take an unbelievable amount of focus, because your instincts say, Am I right? The first few days you're going to forget everything. You didn't forget. Your instincts told you to do it that way. Now, if you wish to learn to play golf better, a little bit often is better than a lot once in a while, because you have to change habits. It's like every other acquired trait. You have to do it often. Doesn't take a lot, but a little bit often. If you constantly think about something and you do it every day or every other day or at least every third day, at some point in time it will sink in and you will learn how to play. You will be a better player because your focus will have changed from hitting at the ball to swinging through. And you'll get like Pavlov's dog is the best analogy I could give you. Not when the bell rings you start salivating, but when you finish 1, 2. Until you can hold that position, you're still focused on the ball. And when you're focused on the ball, you hit at the ball, and when you hit at it, you push the club with your trailing hand, and then you lose your angle, and then you're not going to hit the ball well. I can't tell you, it doesn't matter what club, but the thousands, and I'm certain it's really in the millions, of shots that I had to hit when I swung back and through and around 1, 2. 1, 2. Doesn't matter what speed I go, it's just as hard. In fact, it's even harder at a slow rate of speed. I've had people out here in the lesson, I say, I want you to hit your 3-wood towards that black flag and not farther than it. I've had guys that hit the ball 250 yards, like you, Bill. And they say, 3-wood? With a good swing and a finish. I said, well, it can't be done. I said, don't tell me that. I had this little old gentleman out here the other day winding up with his driver, and he hit it just short of that flag with a full shot. It's the velocity of the club that allows it to hit far or short. So if you could take a slow enough swing where it was all the way back and all the way through and around, and you ended up in position without topping it, without grabbing it, without sticking it into the ground, that would show an unbelievable amount of control for what you're trying to do. Very hard. The slow swings are just as hard, if not harder, than the long, fast swings. And the reason you tend to want to swing fast is very simple, because you can't feel a soft, slower, smoother swing. Because you've destroyed your sensitivity by being so tight, so it becomes like a black hole. I'm going to see if I can get through faster. So if you could feel a swing and get to a finish, you'd have a chance to maintain your angle through the ball and hit a good shot. And why you don't do that is usually because of one thing. You're trying to hit at the ball, and then you're trying to hit it hard at the ball. And that's what ruins golf swings, over control. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I thank all of you for coming out. I enjoyed the questions and some of the answers.